So, yeah, so all of social media has been in a blaze. I don't know about Twitter. It's been so peaceful not having Twitter. It's been so great. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
You
even
need to
like.
get it back.
Nah, I
I
don't.
miss you on there though. I miss your presence. I feel empty on there.
It's just my mind is just feels better. Cause like deleting the account, deleting the app. Cause that's the thing. Like you could delete the app, but if you still have the account, you're gonna download the app again and go back. But not having an account and not having the app, it's been great. So I don't know how things are on Twitter. What people really debate. That's really like what
I'm gonna be
your
the
strength
Twitter
is.
correspondent.
So I don't know how Twitter's going.
Twitter right now is kind of a shambles. Like then, I mean, I don't know if you had this on your topic list, but that girl, we can get into it later.
Yeah, I was talking. We're gonna talk about that right now. The
Oh,
FAMU.
yeah, that's. You know what's funny too? Because I was kind of out of loop since I was in Dallas. Somebody tweeted to like, imagine getting a master's, and then something about like getting a master's just for clout and can't get a job and something like that. I thought that was a generic tweet about master's. So you know me, I was like, I don't know about you guys. I got my master's in accounting and I got a job before I walked the stage. And then I was reading replies. I was like, oh, I missed something. So I deleted my thing. I'm like they were talking about her. And I thought they was like just coming at people with masters. So I was like, this is why I need to do my research before I start ready to fight people in the comments. I was like, why are you making fun of people with masters? You must be mad.
Well, people were also making fun of people with
Masters.
pursuing law degrees, but we could talk about that in a second.
Why?
Yeah, we could do that afterwards.
People be saying that stuff and then
I said we'll talk about it afterwards. But anyway, for context, for you, anybody that doesn't know, I don't know this young woman's Instagram name. I did see the picture though. I did go to her Instagram. I saw it.
I saw the picture, but like I said, I was distracted. I was in Dallas, so I didn't know. I didn't think nothing of it. Like I didn't know that she was naked either. And I was like, oh.
I was confused. So there's a lot of confusion here. So first of all, my TikTok algorithm took me to the photographer who took the picture, and he made a TikTok about it.
What was he confused?
Yeah, and he was basically like, he was like, oh, is it okay if we do? He was like kind of doing a role play like scenario. What happened?
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay if we do one more outfit. He's like, oh yeah, we got time.
Yeah.
And then he was like, where your clothes at? Like,
That's so awkward.
I'm pretty sure he was the good person that actually took it, but it could have been somebody else just playing around.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he was the one that actually took it. But basically, for context for everyone, there was a young lady who recently, what's the word for it?
Graduated?
Like when you secure, or maybe that's not the right way to say it. When you get your degree conferred, right?
Yeah, like you finish your requirements.
Yeah.
But you didn't walk yet, so you're not in limbo period.
Yeah. So I think that's what her scenario was. Basically, long story short, she got her master's degree and she took a picture on FAMU campus of her with no clothes on and just her cap.
Yeah. That was her cap with the snakes and stuff?
I thought it was her cap.
I don't know.
Listen, basically, I didn't really analyze the picture.
Yeah, I didn't analyze either.
Because I didn't get it. Like I saw the TikTok and I was like, I went in the comments and I was like, I don't really
like
get
what's
it.
happening, yeah.
And then somebody put the at and I was like, okay, well, I guess I might as well look at it. But then I saw it and I was like, okay, but I wasn't really breaking down the picture like that.
I didn't even think of it that deep until I started seeing all the tweets. I was like, I'm like, will the school take away your degree for that?
I feel like they can't.
I don't think they.
Well, I mean, they could do whatever they want. It's their degree, but I don't think that they would.
Yeah, because once it's conferred, it's yours. Like they can't just take that from you.
Yeah,
you could get fined for taking a picture on the campus.
For public indecency or something. But.
And yeah, you might have trouble getting jobs if people find a background check and find you,
But yeah, basically she took a picture nude, naked, butt out on the campus. And then she put a caption about how she always liked to pose provocatively for pictures and things like that, and that she was
so weird,
happy and blessed that she got her degree, etc. You know, kind of like, and this is not to say anything negative about her because I don't have any personal feelings about what she did, but you know, it's that typical I want to be free, naked, and
do that somewhere else. What that got to do with your education though? Like,
I don't know.
Her master's apparently was in marketing, so people think it's like some ploy that she makes music.
Well,
so now you know she got the reaction she might have been looking for. But I'm like, I want to give her that much credit. It's marketing. Like, it's not really.
I don't know. I don't get it, but I likened it to like how the spiritual girls be like, I'm so free and blah blah blah. That's
Yeah.
what I thought it was an attempt
You
at.
don't think it was for clout?
Oh
Too?
no, for sure. Everything anybody does is for clout. Us recording this podcast is for clout.
True.
Let's not get things twisted. It's definitely for
True.
clout, but it's that whole like we're gonna cover it and shroud it in. I'm trying to be spiritual,
yeah.
and we all walk the earth naked. Why does it matter?
That's another thing people were mad about though, because she was trying to push this whole body positivity thing. But then apparently she was on like her live, and like she was saying that oh y'all just mad because like my body looks nice and your body is like bad, and like I'm like, how you talking about you body positive, but now you're making fun of people's bodies? Isn't that psycho? She's like, you're just mad because my genetics and you guys like be saggy, and I'm like, whoa. I mean, I didn't see the live, but that's what I just saw a tweet of somebody giving a conclusion of the live.
Let's break it down. How do you feel about the picture?
It's stupid.
You saw the picture, right?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really get to really look, but I saw it. Like I think it's weird. I think it's stupid. Like I feel like why is everything got to be so like body and like focus on your body? Like you just accomplished something major and like and you want to focus on your body. Like it's just weird for that. I think. Like I don't know.
This is one of those things.
It has nothing to do with like graduating college has nothing to do with your body. Like, if you want to make a body positivity post, go ahead, do that. But like, you're on a public campus, naked, like celebrating your graduation like that. That's very weird. Especially being on a public college campus. Like, you don't know who's on that campus. Like, minors could be on there touring, literally. 17-year-olds could be on there touring the campus or 16, and touring the campus for their freshman year.
Remember, I did that one shoot that one time.
Yeah,
it's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's people that want like, I can't tell what it is.
They're just trying to get that like look for some reason.
The provocative, sexually like, what's the word?
Like,
it's like sexual provoking, like, provocative, just provocative posts, and it's like, ooh, scandalous.
Yeah, like, oh, she's naked on the campus. Like, that's crazy. This different. We haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I think people try to get that off. But you see that with anybody. Like, you see certain singers and stuff, they try to wear certain things to try to get off that, like, I don't know, people just want to be accepted sexually. People are just
attention seekers, and they just want to be, like, enticing or, like, whatever.
Or sought after.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think, do what you want, of course. I don't particularly care about what you do, but I will question the motive for doing things. And if it was for the clout, I think that this was probably not the...
It probably backfired. Like it's probably gonna be a short term clout. Like she might have got the clicks on her music or whatever, but it's probably short term. She's not gonna be talked about in the next week.
Yeah, this one will be tough to leverage, and especially like you said about employers.
Yeah, right. Like all they gotta do is search your name now, and it's gonna be all these articles.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think. Her
degree was in marketing anyway, so it's not like she would have had any luck getting jobs anyway.
I think it's tough. Like,
was that shady? I feel like marketing is kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't get a master's in marketing. That seems like a waste. Right? I don't know.
Never dealt with marketing.
I just know, like, people, I feel like marketing is kind of one of those, like, degrees that people just get to be like, I'm in business. And it doesn't really... I never really... I mean, I'm sure there's people with successful careers that got degrees in marketing, but they probably don't do marketing. I don't know. Let me not be...
I mean, I don't know. Like, heads of marketing make millions of dollars. So
I know they do. They do.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just people. Maybe it's just people.
Well, marketing has so many different facets. What part of marketing are you working in? Because people that work in, making billboards or something like that, and there's like event marketing where people are sitting at the tables handing out pamphlets.
I think I'm just thinking of like the typical people. Like I know like a handful of people that got marketing degrees that literally don't do anything even in business right now. So it's kind of like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know either.
Nonetheless, I just think that, I'm not gonna. I just think it was a weird picture. Weird. If it was for the reason why she said it was, if it's a clout move, everything makes sense when it's a clout move.
I think it's a combo of things.
But if it was like just I like posting provocatively, it's a little.
It could be a combo of things because the clout thing is not predictable. Like you can't predict that this was gonna blow up.
Yeah, you can. Everybody's so like what people, because that's what all marketing is. The outrage marketing. Everybody's so predictable.
But it's like you still can't like force yourself to hit an algorithm or go viral.
You can't, but you know how people react to things. Like if somebody,
especially that school. Apparently, people were saying this girl who goes to that school said that usually when they all congregate on Twitter, there's always something happening. So if something was, imagine that happened at Montclair, all you need is everybody from Montclair to talk about it, and you're ready to have enough people for it to go viral because now people who there's so many people who go to one school, and FAMU has a big following like online. Like I see it. Like I always see people that go to that school somehow on Twitter. Like there, so all you need is a whole campus to talk about it, and now you're instantly viral because all those people that shared it from the school is going to keep going beyond and get shared by the rest of us.
Yeah. Do what you want, but I just think that for what it would, like if she wanted to do it in a different context, then I obviously wouldn't care. But I think that if the goal is to pursue a corporate job, there might be some, like, you might have set 100 hurdles for yourself.
And I mean, I guess like marketing is more of like you would consider that more of like a less conservative job. So maybe she still might, if she has an employer that's lenient and don't care about social media presence. Because like, certain career paths, like you can't go into investment banking with that picture. But marketing is more, that's the whole point. Like, are you good at marketing? And they might be like, oh look, it did work. She did market herself.
Yeah, but a company, like if she worked for like Coca-Cola doesn't want ass on their advertisements, so they're not going to look to somebody that's doing that as being they're good at marketing.
Yeah, but they're gonna look at the skill set though. But then again, they're gonna be like, oh, but what did she do to even get that? Like, is it really a skill or was it a cheat code?
She could be very great at what she does. I don't know her personally. She might be good. And this might have just been just one of the things that she did that was good. I don't personally know, but I personally don't see a major company looking at that and being like, yeah, that's what we need, because anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Like any company could just say something off the wall and get more attention like that. I don't think that there's a lot of skill in that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because we had that conversation before about the Kardashians. I still don't think that there's a skill in what they do. Personally,
I think there is.
I personally
I think it's
don't.
a skill to keep yourself relevant.
I think that it's impressive to do so, but I don't think that what they do is very like.
I mean, it's still somewhat a skill though, because like when they look for people to hire, like when like these jobs look for people who are in PR or in marketing, they look for those same skills that the Kardashians I think have as a family. They like these companies look for that skill set. Like they consider it a skill. Like when they look on your resume.
All right, I don't consider it to be difficult. Then I'll say.
It can be though, because I feel like if it was so easy, everybody who was famous would have maintained that relevancy. Or anybody would be able to be at the level that they were at, to have one mom birth like 2 billionaires and 4 millionaires, 3 millionaires. Not every mom can say that. I gave birth to 2 billionaires and 3 millionaires. All my kids are millionaires at least. That's the bare minimum.
In terms of entertainers, maybe not. But in terms of people in general, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in terms of people in general, yeah. But as far as like, that's what I mean, like entertainment and like, they literally just like they were so dominant in the social media reality thing show, like reality show thing.
But they also had Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, they did, but they also still had you can have all the tools and it still doesn't mean nothing. Like you can't force people to like you. You can't force people to talk about you. Like you have to have some type of thing that keeps people coming back. And the thing with them is like they either get the people who hate them who keep interacting, or they get the people who really love them. And I feel like they got they were skillful at just keeping attention. Like you ever notice like it'll be quiet for a few days and then the next thing they're in the news for something. They're always in the news, and I'm like, that's for me. It seems some type of talent, and their brands have been successful. So I don't know.
Okay, I still stand on what I said. I don't think that there's any skill in what they do.
I think there is.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think the girl's dumb. But.
Or she'll be able to flip this and then she'll be a billionaire. So who gives a fuck? Like, I mean, I think it was the wrong thing if she wants to go corporate personally. I don't see any company wanting to hire her, wanting that attention, because if she's like, well, now I work at Google, and now social media is like, oh, the girl that had her ass out on Instagram is now working at Google.
Yeah.
I don't think those companies will want that attention necessarily. So I think she kind of maybe shot herself in the foot with that one.
At least temporarily. But there's no way to scrub the internet completely. That's all. That's gonna forever come up, even if you search it in 10 years, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be blasted somewhere, and that's the other part. Like, there's the popular part of the internet, and then there's the internet that nobody goes and lurks into that still exists, where all that type of stuff is shared. Like,
sometimes two companies put you on a blacklist.
Yeah, and you would never know.
Yeah,
and they don't have to disclose that. But yeah, there's always gonna be that whole dark web, and not even the dark web, but just, I mean, like, things that are less popular, because you take Reddit. Reddit is a popular social media platform with a bunch of different threads and all that other stuff, like a giant forum. But there's so many other forums that exist that just aren't popular, but like, you wouldn't go to them. You hear
about, like, the school shootings and stuff, or like any type of shootings, always like, oh, they were on this forum. Like, what is that? I never even heard of that site.
So I personally think she shot herself in the foot with the corporate thing, for now at least. And if this was her idea of marketing for her music or for another endeavor, I think it did what I think would be pretty blatantly obvious.
Yeah, she got her clicks.
Because that's a thing, like, in the weird porn world, is like college girl, like, nude, like that's like obvious, like that's like almost like low hanging fruit. In my opinion.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, in my opinion, like, if she wanted to use this as a boost for her OnlyFans or for anything, then yeah, it did what it was supposed to do. Now, if it was literally just because she likes posing scandalously on the internet, because some people like that kind of stuff, I think in the context of this, like, tying the school part to the nudity was the wrong thing, because she could have done that without that,
and do that in the privacy of your home or in a studio, like, not in a public campus where people have to walk by. Like,
anybody could walk by. It's probably confused.
Yeah, unless you did it super, super late at night.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely broad daylight.
That's so sick. It's weirdo energy. Weird.
It's interesting.
Cause, like, I'm all for the whole. Cause we had this talk before. Like, I hate man-made constructs. I'm all for like all the stuff is made up. But at the same time, it's also like you still do gotta respect, though, like the world that we live in. Like, you could feel that way, but you still gotta respect the world that we live in and be smart.
Yeah, and for context for anybody listening, my opinion on things like nudity, porn, OnlyFans, and all that kind of stuff, I personally don't care, but I have to care because that's what society, that's the world that we live in.
Like, people always want to be like, oh, don't conform. It's like, you could not conform, but then you can't be complaining and asking for money when you can't get a job. Like, go ahead, do that, but you got to play the game. Like, I could feel the way I feel and think it's stupid, but still conform to societies.
To certain things.
For certain things. For my own sake. And, you know, people might be offended by nudity, so you shouldn't do that.
Which is weird.
You could feel the way you feel. Yeah, which is weird. But like I said, I was more thinking of, like, minors that might be touring the campus. That's a little weird. Like, like, you know. And now you have parents that come into the school with their kids going on a tour and they see a naked girl, like, posing. That's kind of weird. I'll be like, what kind of school is this? You know, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck to her.
Yeah, I'm about to say good luck to her.